Modern life teaches you to care about everything. Opinions, approval, criticism, trends, expectations, comparisons, and outcomes all demand emotional investment. As a result, many people live mentally exhausted, constantly disturbed by things that should never have had power over them. Stoicism offers a counterintuitive but liberating lesson. Stop caring about what does not matter. This is not indifference or coldness. It is clarity. It is the Stoic secret to becoming unshakable. To stop caring, in the Stoic sense, does not mean abandoning responsibility, relationships, or purpose. It means caring selectively. The Stoics believed that attention is a finite resource. When you give it to everything, you weaken your mind. When you give it only to what is within your control, you strengthen it. Freedom begins when misplaced concern ends. At the heart of Stoicism is the distinction taught by Epictetus. Some things depend on us, and some things do not. Your judgments, values, intentions, and actions are yours. External events, other people's opinions, outcomes, and reputations are not. When you stop caring about what lies outside your control, emotional turbulence loses its grip. Most people are shaken not by reality, but by interpretation. A comment becomes an insult only if you accept it as one. A setback becomes a disaster only if you label it that way. Stoicism trains the mind to question automatic reactions. When judgments change, emotional responses follow. This mental shift is the foundation of inner stability. Stoicism also teaches that approval is a fragile foundation for confidence. When you care deeply about being liked, you become easily controlled. Praise creates dependency. Criticism destroys peace. The Stoic builds confidence on character, not validation. When your self-worth is internal, external opinions lose their power to shake you. Another key Stoic lesson is emotional distance. This does not mean suppressing emotions, but observing them with reason. Anger, fear, and anxiety often exaggerate reality. The Stoic mind pauses, examines the emotion, and chooses how to respond. This pause transforms chaos into control. To never be shaken, you must stop caring about outcomes you cannot guarantee. Stoicism teaches effort without attachment. You give your best, but you accept that results are uncertain. When your peace depends on effort rather than outcome, disappointment weakens and resilience grows. Comparison is another major source of suffering. Modern culture constantly invites you to measure your worth against others. Stoicism rejects comparison entirely. It teaches that the only meaningful comparison is internal. Are you acting according to your principles today? When you stop caring about how you rank, peace becomes natural. Stoicism also encourages voluntary discomfort. Comfort, when overvalued, creates fragility. By choosing challenge and restraint, the mind learns that discomfort is survivable. This builds confidence that external hardship cannot destroy you. When you know you can endure, fear loses its grip. Worry about the future is another habit the Stoics challenged. Anxiety is often suffering in advance. Stoicism teaches preparation without panic. Focus on the present moment and the next right action. When attention is grounded in the present, the future loses its power to disturb. Acceptance is central to the Stoic secret. Acceptance does not mean approval or passivity. It means acknowledging reality as it is. Resistance drains mental energy and clouds judgment. Acceptance restores clarity and strength. When you stop caring about how things should be, you gain power over how you respond. Insults are one of the hardest things to ignore. The Stoics taught that insults only hurt if they align with your own beliefs. If an insult is false, it has no power. If it is true, it is useful feedback. Either way, offense becomes optional. This realization alone can prevent countless emotional disturbances. Stoicism also teaches awareness of impermanence. Everything changes. Praise fades. Criticism passes. Success ends. Failure dissolves. When you truly understand impermanence, emotional extremes soften. You stop clinging and stop panicking. The mind becomes balanced. To stop caring is also to quiet the ego. Ego craves recognition, superiority, and validation. Stoicism encourages humility and self-mastery. When ego relaxes, the mind stabilizes. Confidence becomes calm instead of defensive. The Stoic mindset also removes excuses. It emphasizes responsibility. You may not control circumstances, but you control your response. This eliminates the victim mentality and restores agency. Responsibility strengthens character and confidence. Being unshakable does not mean withdrawing from life. Stoics valued justice, community, and kindness. They cared deeply about doing what is right, but not about outcomes beyond their control. This balance allows engagement without emotional exhaustion. Modern life overwhelms the mind with noise. Stoicism values simplicity, silence, and focus. By reducing mental clutter, clarity returns. A focused mind is harder to disturb. The Stoic secret is not emotional numbness. It is emotional discipline. You feel, but you do not drown. You care, but you are not controlled. You engage, but you remain grounded. To stop caring about what does not matter is to protect your mind. It is to reclaim attention from chaos and return it to purpose. This practice does not make life easy, but it makes you strong. In a world addicted to reaction, the Stoic chooses response. In a culture obsessed with validation, the Stoic chooses integrity. In a fragile society, the Stoic builds inner stability. You may still face loss, criticism, and uncertainty, but you will not be shaken by them. Your peace will not depend on fragile external conditions. You will move through life with clarity, discipline, and calm. That is the Stoic secret. Stop caring about what does not matter, and you will never be shaken again.